This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Four drivers, after 5 rounds, have made their way to the top of the standings. And now, in the final race of the season, they will battle it out for the championship here at Phoenix. It's the playoffs. It's the finale of the NRE Power Systems Cup Series here at Phoenix Speedway, or ISM Raceway. I'm Austin Knight. I'm joined by Tyler Vickery, and you're here watching Racecraft TV for the finale. And Tyler, 4 drivers remain. How are you feeling about tonight, and who's going to be standing on top of that championship podium?
Oh, it's always fun to be back in Phoenix, and I'm going to go with the upset pick as well. I'm looking at Chad Coleman to be the upset spoiler to win this championship.
Well, they have an entire race ahead of them and a few other cars in the grid that might cause a little bit of controversy. It's not the giant grids that we're used to here in the NRE Cup Series. Most of the drivers wanted to stay back and let the best battle out with the best, and I'm going to be honest, I'm totally okay with that. It also reminds me of the movie Cars a little bit, so, hey.
Yeah.
I like a good movie from time to time then, and this is the perfect movie time. We're currently in qualifying. Nicholas Sacco sits up on pole position, followed by Chad Coleman, Andrew Navarro, Kevin Wichter, Derek Fultic, Lance Sneed, Curtis Critchley, and Lance Miller. The top 8 drivers currently of the, I would say about 14 registered right now.
Yeah, currently looks like we've got 14. Only 1 car on track right now, which is Eric Zimmerman. He's had a rough season, looking to see if he can improve on many mistakes he's had. But this is a rookie season, so it's more improvements in later on in seasons afterwards. So this is more of a learning experience for him.
Definitely is a learning experience, but he's going to take us around track here at ISM Raceway. And with the open dogleg layout, you're allowed to cut down below that yellow line and cut that track as much as you want here. There's no such thing as an off track or cut track here in ISM, because, well, it's a very interesting way, but it's still the old start finish straight. Comes across the line, and Eric Zimmerman puts it in his first lap as he heads into that tight turn 1, which is going to be, I would say, the hardest part of the track, as Zimmerman takes a spin right through there into the pit exit. Catch it. No can do. And that, if he does that during the race, that will bring out a caution. And,
very easily.
Well, you can already see this could be a little bit of a problem in the race. Turn 1 is incredibly tricky here.
And you don't want to make any big mistakes either. I mean, you could see with how Zimmerman took the first corner, and he wanted to try to diamond it a little. The only issue with turn 1 is you got a progressive banking. Take it too steep in, you're gonna really have that same issue what Zimmerman just had. If you don't take it aggressive and play the high line, you still have a chance of doing the opposite, where you're snap oversteering on the exit of 1 heading into the dogleg and could possibly cause a whole mess.
Yeah, you don't want to be the one causing that whole mess, especially if it's in front of one of our 4 playoff drivers. Gabriel Ellison, eligible to win the championship today. He's driving for 42 Racing in a brand new paint scheme too. I'm loving that orange and white combination.
Really nice. Nice
one.
Clean.
Yeah, you can see Gabriel's been putting a lot of effort into this race. Takes that open dog leg, bottoms out the car just a little bit. As is that final long low bank turn. Tire strategy is going to be very, very key here. Saving those tires and making sure you don't burn them out too quickly is going to be the name of the game, especially in these long stages in the small field. Ellison jumps up into 4th place. Get that first lap. Keeps his car, all 4 wheels on the ground, all gripped up and ready to go. Around the final corner he goes. Very short track here, only a 1 mile in length, and some would consider it a short track, but some would consider it a road course. As Ellison gets a bit too loose, and he locks up the brakes, and that is not what you want to see. Ellison hitting it reverse, and that's going to be the end of his qualifying. And as we got a little bit of a lull in qualifying, let's go over to the other 4th driver in our championship for Greg Wellen, number 1 of the Hunter Hence Baseball Academy. He's starting his qualifying lap right now. The other drivers are Sacco, Coleman, and Ellison. Andrew Navarro sits in 3rd place, being a little bit of a buffer to our playoff drivers. And if you just want to see who the playoff drivers are, thankfully I can do that right here just by removing all of them from our tower. And there they are. Wellen comes across the line. Where is he going to be? He goes pole! Ooh. By 0.05 of a second, Greg Wellen. Oh, he doesn't even need to
he shuts down the lap number 2 after that.
You don't need to go faster. You don't want to show them your good hand. If that was his banking lap, oh my goodness. But Greg Wellen, wow. The 40-year-old's showing that he's still got it. Richard Beasley came across for his first time by. He's outside the playoffs, but that Tide Machine really wanted to make himself look good and getting ready for the 2021 season, which should start, well, in 2021. Not iRacing's 2021, because that is technically underway right now. Beasley coming across for a second time by. Does he improve on that lap? It looks green, and he does improve, but it's not enough to get him past Kevin Winter.
Not close enough at all. And for some of you guys that have heard of, that always keep an eye on iRacing, some of the new build updates has taken effect with the NASCARs. One thing regarding the wall arrow. I haven't been able to read up on the full story, but supposedly we have a little bit of a cushion now on the wall for almost in a way of where Kyle Larson was running the high line of a lot of tracks, and he would get a absolutely enormous amount of speed. So from what I was reading up on the builds, I haven't fully read up on it, but it looks like we might be able to have a good opportunity at certain tracks to take advantage of that outside wall now.
Yeah, as we're looking at our championship standings, Gabriel Ellison sits up there at the top. Well, everyone's all tied. So it's whoever takes the top spot in this race will be coming home le champion of the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. But first, I feel like we got a pole sitter award to give away. And that butt kicker pole sitter award goes to Greg Wellen. He earns his butt kicker pole sitter award for the finale of the race, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be very happy about that one. He sets himself in the best spot to win this race. Welcome back to Racecraft TV after that little small technical issue. Wasn't expecting someone to talk on that channel, but they did. But your butt kicker pole position winner goes to Greg. Well, let's ride on board with him and see how he's looking for this race. Look at that calm, focused face.
Super calm. Almost too calm.
Well, Greg Wellen sits up on pole. Let's take a look at the grid. As here is your starting grid for one last time. Greg Wellen starts up on pole, followed by Nicholas Sacco, Chad Coleman, Andrew Navarro, and Gabriel Ellison. Finishing out the the championship 4. He's starting in 5th. They're followed by Kevin Winter, Richard Beasley, Derek Fulton, Clinton Sneed, Curtis Critchley, Lance Miller, and Eric Zimmerman in 12th place. And at the end of the grid, it is Taylor Peacock in 13th in this 13-car grid. Not that big of a grid, but hey, when it's just 4 drivers battling for the championship, nobody wanted to be the guy who was who was at fault for ruining the championship. So some of these guys didn't want to be there, and some of them just said, hey, I'm racing no matter what. I want to win the final race of the season, and we're going to find out who is going to be the last winner of 2020 here at the NRE Power System Cup Series as they start pulling away and getting ready to go here in Phoenix. Our championship 4, Sacco, Wellen, Coleman, and Ellison. They're primed to get to the front already, but the man out front, it is Greg Wellen. As the pace car pulls in, let's time to go green for the one last time here at 2020 in the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. It's a great start by Nicholas Sacco around the outside. Greg Wellen down to the inside as they dive into turn 1. Andrew Navarro takes a very delayed turn in, and Gabriel Ellison trying to go immediately back in there.
Ooh, as Wellen had a big
Coleman's around.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And
Coleman around and hard impact.
Yeah, it was a heavy impact on the side too. Just lost, like we said earlier, lost it all on his own. But it was actually coming out of the dog leg, a little bit on that higher line, and you just saw how easy it is to spin the car around, especially at the start of the race.
Yeah, and that is very, very heavy for Chad Coleman. Going for the championship, getting around on his own. The bam! Gabriel Ellison hard into him. And in the final race, where there are no faster pairs, 2 of the championship cars, Ellison and Coleman, have damage and go into the pits.
Boy, I think Nicholas Sacco and Greg Wellen are loving this right now. Just seeing, I mean, wow, look at the damage on Gabriel Ellison's car. Boy, that's, oh my goodness, that is
Coleman
really
got away a
heartbreaking.
lot better, but Ellison, that's his race over. That car needs to, well, someone needs to get the sledgehammer out. But he made it to the championship 4, which is not going home empty-handed. 3rd and 4th place are getting $150 each. So, hey, that's a good hunk of change. 2nd place gets $300, and $600 goes to the champion. And, well,
Wow.
in this case, would be either Greg Wellen and Nicholas Sacco. Sacco took the lead out of that when that caution came out, so Greg Wellen currently sits in 2nd place. But, hey, we still got 200 laps to go. And
200 laps to go. But even still, the start was very interesting because Greg Wellen, on that start, went down onto the apron trying to take that dog leg. He mistimed it and lost a lot of spots before that wreck. I mean, in my opinion, Greg Wellen should be down in 5th or 6th before the crash happened with Gabriel Ellison and Chad Coleman.
yeah, now, well, Ellison and Coleman, they're coming back out onto the track to avoid going a lap down. Here comes Coleman right now. I believe Coleman will be okay, but Ellison, oh, he's got to manage that car a lot today. And
Yeah.
I feel like he's just trying to keep that car going as long as he can and hope for some other things. 12 cars remain here in Phoenix.
Yep. As Taylor Peacock does not take the start, so we're already down to 12. So, I mean, with the size of this field, the only time, I mean, that any cautions could probably come out, granted I'm trying not to jinx it, is by just self-spins or just mistakes on their own. There's not really a big enough field to cause any kind of, like, any lap car chaos. So, looks like this might be a pretty calm race other than a few mistakes here and there.
And I gotta ask a question. Do you think stage point's gonna play a big role in this, or it's whoever's gonna finish higher at the end of this race?
I think it's whoever's going to finish higher. The only reason I can see any kind of stage points being involved is if there was some kind of weird.
I just got
okay.
word from McKenna that it is finishing order. So stage
Good
is.
enough.
Well, since the stages don't really have points in this final race, why?
Yeah.
That's more of a personal bias for me, but being an IndyCar guy,
That's.
I'm not a fan. But these guys, they've been doing it all season, so they're going to continue doing it. Heading into lap 60 to end out stage 1. Well, it's lap 5 right now. Pace car pulls in. Nicholas Soccer controls the field. And let's go back to Green Flag Racing here in Phoenix in the finale of the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. And what a start by Sacco. Takes the lead immediately. And here's Andrew Navarro looking down to the inside of Greg Wellen. Number the 78 of Kevin Winter is the new name to the series.
Yeah, very, very new to the series. But he's got a big. Looking at his iRating and everything, he's up there alongside with Navarro and Greg Wellen. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I'll be curious to see what he does, though. As we're seeing Greg Wellen and Nicholas Sacco just starting to pull away, what they've got to do now is be very cautious because they know that Gabriel Ellison and crud, I'm having a brain fart. Chad Coleman are both, in a sense, like out of the race for the championship currently. They got to play their cards safe and not be too aggressive here, especially with having 2 more stages to go. So a lot of time to just wait.
Well, the stage points, they do matter. 5th place in the championship, they do get a butt kicker. So Michael is. It's for the rest of the order, not the championship 4. So.
Oh, right. That'll be interesting to see what
that's going to confuse my head.
Like. Right.
And that's why Michael is very smart.
Barely.
So I leave all that stage point stuff to him. So Michael, you're doing a bang on
yeah.
job.
Yeah. As Sacco just ran the personal best time, well, the fastest lap of the race so far with a 27.1, and just like that, Sacco's pulling away. Greg Wellen's pulling away. Now, looking at Greg Wellen and Nicholas Sacco, you got a nice enough gap for right now. Start saving tires. See what the car can do, because when that final stage comes out, you've got to make a choice.
Yeah, Greg Wellen's starting to fall back as Winter hits the wall just a little bit, throwing out a little bit of sparks.
There's a little sparks. I don't think it's going to really do too much damage. I mean, unless you pound the wall. If you pound the wall, then yeah, that's going to really hamper your car. Very, very clean so far. All 12 cars still in this. Zimmerman right now is hanging back. We've got a few battles further back as we got Kevin Winter and Andrew Navarro fighting. A lot of cars.
Coleman have continued on, and Ellison with that banged up car, well, he's still going on, and he's right behind Chad Coleman in 9th and 8th.
And you just heard they had to lift off the throttle a little bit on the 4. 4's seems a little slick for him. So we got a nice little battle here. Andrew Navarro going through the dog leg now, trying to see if he can find a way around Kevin Winter. You're heading into 3. And
Sacco, do you see that line Sacco's taking?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he went way high up there. But but look at the run he had.
Oh yeah, the wider line you have, you're going to have a better advantage on that straight. And well, I was talking with a few guys who do a lot of road racing, and you always want to be practicing that final run, no matter what, always gathering data. So he might be practicing that higher run, that higher line a lot more as Navarro gives Winter a little bit of a tippy tap right there.
Ooh. That could have ended disastrously.
But it's not affecting the Canadian that much as he brings up a little bit of sparks. As Kevin Winter and Nicholas Sacco both have the iRace Designs car, so I feel like they both are sharing some technical knowledge with each other, but it's really who's going to be holding the most of their tires at the end of this race. And here comes Navarro as, whoa,
yeah.
big slide for the
That was,
B-Leaf and Curtis
Curtis
Critchley. And then Navarro sends it down low into turn 1 for 3rd place. But here comes Winter on the switchback.
And here comes Winter on the switchback too. And look who's right behind. Derek Fulton coming out of nowhere. Oh boy. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Canadians going
nice
at it.
Now. As Canadians are fighting with each other there. I thought they were wanting to be friendly at the start, but apparently not.
The start's all over and done with it. You're going for all of it, and hey, Canadian drivers are some of the most furious on tracks. Outside of the track, they're extremely nice.
Yeah.
And
I can
I'm
agree
gonna
with
be,
that.
I'm gonna be honest.
100%.
I have noticed people from different regions of the world do drive to some stereotypes. And oh my goodness, you see Fulton was going sideways. Just hear the tires just screaming for help right there.
Yeah, it looks like we're looking at the track temps real quick. Track temps 81. It's partly cloudy with 78-degree air temp. So track is starting to warm up, but man, grip levels though, it seems like, especially in 4, as you see Navarro sliding again. Just seems like
takes a
4
big slide
is
right there.
very, oh my goodness.
Kevin Winter had to get off the
turn
throttle to
4.
avoid it.
Yeah, turn 4. Oh, Fulton's now sliding. Yeah, this track does not have a lot of grip right now.
This track is slick. It's like somebody greased the pig and then let the pig run all over the track right there.
Yeah, I can agree with that because the Phoenix is usually known for hot track temps, but man, it was.
We're under the lights now, so
These
all
guys
that
are
heat's down on the
sliding.
track. So I'm not sure.
I could definitely.
The track is just extremely slick, so it might be a bit of a dirty track. That could be honest. You know, Phoenix is
Possibly.
there's a giant mountain right beside it. It has a bunch of dirt on it. Some dirt can go on the track, and you know,
Well, that's
slippery.
that's typical. Yeah, that's typical. I've been there. I've seen that mountain. Yeah.
It's also the setup.
In a way, to get some.
Setup's pretty loose as well. The setup these guys are running is very loose, but hey, if you master that setup, if you can do
fair
anything,
enough.
and Gabriel Ellison in a damaged car is making a
Wow.
move on Curtis Critchley, and well,
And Curtis is
Curtis is struggling.
way up on the high. Yeah, he went way up on the high side. Ooh, I think Sneed also got a little loose there. As he's fighting with Chad Coleman. And Coleman's trying to get around Sneed.
Yeah,
And that is for 6th place as well.
Yeah, Chad Coleman trying to make up some moves, trying to get back to the top of the field. And we've had an incident. Eric Zimmerman is spun around the front straight.
Oh my.
Big hit. But it was in open
Ouch.
traffic, so bring up our track map, and he's got to stay at the bottom of the apron. The entire field's coming around him, and Fulton's in the wall.
Fulton's in the wall.
Chaos on lap 22.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there. I have a really bad feeling it was turn 4 snap sneak by hello outside wall.
Where's
See what
Ellison?
happened here.
Eric Zimmerman. Heading into turn 4.
Goes a
This
little high.
understeer,
Too high.
oversteer,
Too high.
oversteer.
Throttle.
Yeah, no,
Snap, see you, bye.
no. Hard into the wall, then hard into the wall again.
Ooh.
And I'm surprised the
Yep.
yellow did not come out right there.
I agree. But yeah, it was like you said. It went understeer. Woo!
Derek
What do we have here?
Fulton.
Oh, Derek Fulton. Oh, he's sideways.
Well, in exactly the same spot that Eric Zimmerman was in, but he brings out the caution.
I wonder. Oh, yep, same thing. Snapsy, it just
Well, he saved it out of
like
the
you said,
wall.
it just oversteers in the rear.
He saved
Great
it out the
save,
wall,
too.
though. Amazing
Kept it clean.
save.
Yeah, it looks. Car still looks very clean, even in the rear from where he lost it too.
But now we look at the front.
Comes in.
Which one of our championship leaders is going to go into the pit lane?
I would not be surprised if everyone does. It seems like with the way this track is progressing and the way this car is running, tires are going to be key. I would not be surprised if we see everyone come into the pits.
Yeah, and the setup is extremely loose, mentioned by a few of these drivers. So we're going to find out who's comfortable with the setup. Nicholas Sacco looks extremely at home with the setup, and, well, he's faking for the pits, and
Ooh.
he is not going to go into the pits, but Greg Wellen is going to go into the pits. So
Clinton
different
Sneed
strategy
stays out.
for our championship leaders. Chad Coleman, he goes up into second in the championship now. As, well, Gabriel Ellison, we were expecting him to go into the pits with that front end.
He's got a lot of
Look at
damage to
Richard
repair.
Beasley. He has a lot of damage for that opening
Ooh,
incident
yeah.
as well. I believe I saw him get
Wow.
rear-ended hard, but I'm not sure by who. But Sacco, Sneed, and
Yeah,
Coleman
that's
stay out here on lap 26 in stage number 1. We'll be right back for the end of stage number 1 here on Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live. Lights are out on the pace car. Second caution of the night is out. And, well, the lights might be out of the pace car, but the lights are certainly on here in Phoenix. And you can see a few beat-up cars. Gabriel Elson's got his car, he's got the front deck lid a bit more trimmed down there. So he got some work done during the pits. But, hey, we're going back to green flag racing here on lap 28. So, well, hopefully get to the end of stage number 1 in time. Nicholas Sacco puts the pedal to the metal. We're going back to green flag racing with Clinton Sneed immediately behind him.
And Sacco took off quick, and look at Greg Wellen coming on the outside, and Coleman trying to keep a fight, but
Well, and all those
look at
new tires.
Oh boy, 3 wide, 4
wide.
Make that 4 wide. Oh boy,
And here comes
back on the
Coleman
track.
right back to Wellen, but Wellen with those new tires exploiting the grip on the outside of the track, and he's going to swing it around Coleman. Greg Wellen has got some great pace, and also here comes Kevin Winter, who also went into the pits that time by, and definitely new tires are the way to go here. But it's how you manage them, which is going to be crazy, but new tires are definitely the way to go. And on lap 30, new leader of the race and new championship leader, Greg Wellen.
And look at Kevin Winter just absolutely diving it in. Whoa, he got a little sideways too. But Kevin Winter jumps up to second, and Andrew Navarro's moved up to third now. So fresh tires are right now the king of the track right now.
This is a lot of cars between Wellen and Nicholas Sacco. There are three cars between them, and now Sacco has Chad Coleman on his tail. Chad Coleman also stayed out. Gabriel Elson went in. Wouldn't that be a sight to see Gabriel Elson on these new tires pass the other two championship drivers with that damage he's got on his car?
I will be very curious, but that damage there, he's trying his best to salvage what he can, but it's a big task.
It's a big task for all these drivers, and we're going to see who has it within them, as Kevin Winter has Andrew Navarro on his tail, with Richard Beasley as well, and these three are going to start fighting each other, and Greg Wellen is pretty much going to try to lead these three alone. Here comes Navarro on Winter, both of them diving below into the dogleg, and heading into turn 4. It's a dive by Navarro on Winter, and he's going to carry it through there. That 7 Seeds cars making his way up into second place. And these two are fighting for 5th place in the championship and going for that butt kicker grand prize for the out of playoff driver champion. So they are racing for a butt kicker, which is, I can say by experience, it's great, because feeling the bumps in your chair really gives you a feel of the track. And it's a good back massage.
Yeah. I wish I had those, because I need those, especially for when I do real life racing and just practicing on the sim.
Well, I can tell you where you can go get them at buttkicker.com.
I'll definitely have to check that site out.
Actually, you might want to Google butt
So
kicker for
far,
sim
though.
racing before just typing in buttkicker.com, as I'm not sure that's actually the email, the website address.
Well, I can agree with
Beasley
that.
took a hunk of
I'm
the
looking
wall.
at the
Look at the back end.
Beasley.
Someone
Yeah,
is
Beasley's
hit the wall hard.
Beasley's got some extra damage there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Beasley's got
right
some
side.
extra downforce in the rear.
Look at the front right. You just
Wow,
smacked
he
that wall,
just-
and now he's got that damage.
Ooh. It just seems like it's gonna get worse and worse for him. And just look at Ellison, how he's falling back a little. But at the same time, Ellison is on
Catching
new
up to,
tires, but that damage up in the front,
It's really hindering him on
he
the straight.
is, and and that's what's hurting. If he's in draft, he's golden. But when he's all by himself like this is where it's very critical for him, and that's where it hurts him the most.
He's low on power, but top speed isn't a big thing here. It's more of a short track. You aren't full throttle most of the lap. You're more managing the tires. So this might play into his hands in managing those tires and not spinning them up. Because he
Yep,
is
and that's-
gaining on Coleman and Sacco on those new tires. And I'm looking at this top speed metrics right here. He is just about 2 miles per hour slower on the front straight in the top speed. But when he's in the draft, he's totally fine.
Yeah, what's will be interesting too, like you say, the long run. That'll be another question too, because he could be able to possibly go a little bit further on those tires. I mean, there's a lot of question marks of what will happen later on in this race. But Ellison's pretty much having dealt the cards he's dealt with, and it's just a matter of time now.
Driving on board Clinton Sneed, who, well, he's not even gone into the pits yet. He's dropped all the way back into 10th, and he started 2nd place in this race.
Yeah, you can see the major fall off from him.
Well, he
as
started
well as
2nd
Nicholas
place
Sacco.
on the restart, I must say.
On the restart, yeah. But you could see the big fall off he's got between him and even Nicholas Sacco, who also stayed out. As we're coming to 20 to go right now in the stage, and It seems like everyone's going to be okay. Zimmerman is still out there racing, which is good on him. He needs to learn the car a little bit more, get all of that experience he can for next season. But other than that, everyone's still on the lead lap. Everyone's playing it nice and cautious. Ooh, other than Navarro there, got a little wiggle there coming out of 4.
And Andrew Navarro, 6/10 behind Greg Welland.
It's amazing what Navarro is able to do. I mean, Navarro could even be the spoiler in this race and win the race and make it to where Welland, Sacco, or the other two for the... Oh my goodness. Look at him sawing that wheel coming out of 4.
And that wheel is being put to a lot of work. You just hear the tires going to work for them. The back end kicking out slightly. The setup is very loose, but here in the night, I feel like that is a good thing. And I would be afraid to drive the setup during the day.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
They don't run races in the day here anymore. Do they?
No, I don't think. Oh gosh. Okay.
Somebody call my doctor. My heart just spiked over 140 BPM.
Same. Oh my gosh.
What a save by Andrew Navarro.
Alright, let me just catch my breath here for a minute.
I gotta catch that again. Andrew Navarro went for a slide.
Yeah, let me go catch my breath for a minute, maybe 2. Oh my god.
While you did that, we're gonna continue on here live for the NRE Power System Cup Series finale here on Racecraft TV. Andrew Navarro trying to chase down Greg Well, but he's got Kevin Winter on his tail.
And Kevin Winter being a little bit more conservative with this tire, so it looks like he probably feels like this might be a best opportunity to take advantage. Seeing Navarro have those 2 massive slides as he's going to cut the dog leg, and he's cut the dog leg. He has smacked the wall a bit, but I don't think he's got a lot of right front damage. Yep, as look at the run, he gets into the corner, but then there goes Navarro just pulling away from him on the exit of 4.
Let's bring up one of my favorite features. Let's bring up the driver inputs here. And you're going to see on how much he's working the wheel.
Ooh, Navarro got sideways again.
And these two are close together. Kevin Winter looking down to the inside. And let's go. We got a race on our hands.
Greg Wallen's loving this right now as we're working. Getting ready to complete. Oh, Navarro. And that's a good amount of right front damage, too, that I see. Because it looks like a portion of it's crumpled in a bit. He hit it pretty good.
Front right is bent in. And it's going to affect him, but not a lot. But certainly trying to catch up to Greg Welland. Oh, yeah. And Winter, he's just snaking that wall, giving a little bit of kiss, but he's just shooting sparks right now, so it's nothing to be concerned of. Continues shooting sparks. That Budweiser logo is going to be chipped off very soon, and they're not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, I
Unless
can
you
agree.
just implant the logo onto the side of the wall, which, you know, free sponsorship on the track. All right, so they get out the blue paint.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Beasley sitting in 4th. Gabriel Elson, I think he's hit that fall off as Curtis Kirchley has passed him, and he's now chasing down Nicholas Sacco.
Yeah, with the way this tire fall off is right now, I'm actually a little impressed with what Ellison's able to run. Last lap time for Ellison was a 28.4. Kirchley was a 28.6. So Ellison's still able to run some good lap times. It's just going to be that damage. I mean, with how bad that damage is what else could he do to try to improve the car other than just getting it fixed? And that's going to be one big question for him throughout the rest of the night. As fields spread out a bit, everyone roughly a second apart from each other, so very calm race as we're right now completed lap 52, 8 laps to go in this stage.
And also
And
got to
actually, it looks like
remember of the stage of the battle for 5th place in the championship. Who's going to be winning that butt kicker? And Kevin Winter, well, he's putting as much points as he can on the table as we close in on 7 to go. And he is starting to close in on Greg Wellen.
Yeah, and looking at the points for 5th, Richard Beasley's got a 14-point gap ahead of Rhett Tucker, who is not here tonight. Then the next person below him is Derek Mullins. So right now,
Who's also not here.
I mean, oh yeah, that you're right, boy. Well, 5th place might end up going to Richard Beasley. So I think Beasley, all he's got to do is just keep the car clean and
just finish
all
the
of the
stages
bonus-
and finish in top 10 both times.
Yeah. And he should be able to secure 5th. Mark Clinton Castleberry is racing.
Oh, lap traffic.
Oh boy, here we
Wellens
go.
caught them, and here comes Winter. He's looking for the win of the first stage. Leader of the championship. And
oh my goodness.
Contact with the wall, contact with Winter. They're racing out here for the stage win.
Yeah, and with 5 to go, all bets are off for the stage win.
This is Lance Miller, who was the one that was at the root cause for that little hold up right there.
Yeah, he's fallen off big time too. He's already second and a half, almost 2 seconds slower than the rest of the field. So his tires are absolutely gone. As here goes Kevin Winter again, taking that dog leg and just diving it into 3. Trying to get the run out of 4, but it's just not working again.
Move. Got to the power just a little bit earlier, but it was a more oblong shape than what Wellen's taking. And Wellen, he's sending a little bit of sparks back.
Yep, Wellen knows Kevin Winter's fighting for that stage 1. Ooh, has got a little bit of a wiggle there coming out of 1 by Kevin Winter.
So we're on board with Kevin as he heads into turn 4. 2 laps to go this time by.
2 laps to go, and Kevin Winter's giving everything he's got trying to win the stage, but Wellen's just been patient this entire race, and now using his tires at the right time. Had a much cleaner exit too, as Kevin Winter trying to get the run, but it's not going to be enough right now, going through the dog leg, heading into 3.
Well, that's a send by Winter into 4. You can hear the tires screaming as he tries to avoid getting into Wellen. That has closed the gap. Green and white flag are in the air here in Phoenix.
And oh my, he's giving the bumper to Wellen.
They've touched.
He's trying to get the bumper, and he slid the rear tires coming out of 1, cutting the dog leg. Just not enough momentum. Heading into 3 now. Oh, he tried to send it late, but it's trying to go back, but it's not going to be enough.
He just outsent himself right there. And taking the first stage, Greg Wellen, your championship leader, takes stage number 1. Kevin Winter takes top points of the non-playoff drivers. They're followed by Andrew Navarro, Richard Beasley, Nicholas Sacco, Derek Fulton, Chad Coleman, Gabriel Elson, Curtis Grishley, and Quentin Sneed taking home the stage points of stage number 1. After a short break, going to get back for another 60 laps of action here at Phoenix for stage number 2. You're here watching the finale of the NRE Power Systems Cup Series here on Racecraft TV. We'll be right back. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds.
Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at Phoenix International Raceway, and it is Kevin Winter leading out the field, coming out of the pits. He came home second at the stage, but Greg Wellen took the win. But in the pit stops, well, he got a better pit stop by almost half a second ahead of Greg Wellen. That was enough to put himself into the lead. Take a look throughout the field. Let's take a look at our playoff drivers. Nicholas Sacco currently sits in second, followed by Gabriel Ellison, who his car is looking a lot better, I must say. And Chad Coleman sits in fourth. And champion at the end of this race, whoever finishes as top, $600 goes to first place, $300 to second, and $150 goes to third and fourth place each. So they are racing for some big money right here. And Greg Wellen certainly is in the driver's seat, and $600 straight into your bank account. What would you do with that from winning a sim racing championship?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, for me, maybe all kinds of other stuff. There's a lot of things for me, especially on the real life racing side. I'd probably be putting a portion of that sim racing aside for. I mean, honestly, with that 600, I put half of it aside just so that I can use it for entry fees for when I race at New Smyrna. That's what I would be doing with it. So, but that's me.
I would buy a brand new fire suit.
Yeah.
And racing kit and everything because, well, professional go-kart track opened up next to me, so.
Ooh.
Going back to my roots, but enough about what we'll do. We'll find out what they're going to do with it at the end of this race. Who's going to finish in the top four? Who's going to win this stage? Kevin Winter puts Pelt to know. We're going back to Green Flag Racing here in the NRE Power Systems Cup Series.
And side by side, Navarro and Beasley having a good run. Look at Ellison fighting with Coleman as well. You got three of the four champ drivers fighting it out right now, as Ellison's battling on the outside, trying to hang on there. But it looks like Coleman's going to get the run out of four.
And Ellison just holding on the outside of Coleman. They're trying to see who can get into third, but Nicholas Sacco sending it on Beasley.
Boy, Sacco knows he needs to start pushing a little bit. He needs to set himself up for any possible success going into the third stage. So he's got to start. Making a run.
And he's looking down the inside. He's got a good run on Navarro. Sacco, Navarro, side by side for third place. Sacco trying to jump it in and get up to second place with Greg Welland and fight for the overall championship lead. He makes the move stick, and here comes Beasley to try to hold off Navarro just a little bit, but it's Nick Lasacco up into third.
As Nicholas Sacco getting everything he can, now he can see Greg Welland in front of him. Welland's starting to see in his mirror Nicholas Sacco on his way.
And Lasacco's car is kind of camouflaged with the sky a little bit, so it might take a little bit for Welland to know that he's there. And I know a lot of these guys don't do a lot of mirror driving. I know
Yeah,
Rhett
that's
Tucker, he
true.
says, if I look in my mirror, I'm losing that race.
Yeah, fair point.
But Sacco, he is closing in house
Closing in
on
big time
Welland.
too. Gained about a second, or not a second, but a tenth of a second on the lap times, previous lap times, and then Navarro and Beasley having their own little scrap for fourth currently as well.
We saw this, that at the start of the race, Sacco just left the field. He knows how to drive on this setup, and I feel like Sacco has the best understanding of setup and how to use these tires to the best. Welland has had the better strategy in stage one. Or is this going to be a returning pattern we're going to be seeing throughout the race? We'll find out, but Nicholas Sacco has closed in close to Greg Welland.
Yeah, he's closed in big time, and a lot's gonna happen here. As Sacco's just running a little bit smoother than Welland. Welland's trying to get the power down early. I have started to see a little bit of the rear kicking out on Welland. Really clean going into the corner. Here comes the entrance, actually a little slower on throttle. Yep, there's that rear of the car of Greg Welland. It's starting to get a little unsettled, so Sacco's taking the opportunities he can as he's attacking the corners a lot more aggressively than Welland is.
Oh, bobble for
Oh, man.
Welland.
That's the second bobble already for Welland, so you can tell that rear of the car is not really friendly right now.
Nicholas Sacco, he definitely has the back end glued.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in my honest opinion right now, the way Sacco's running, I mean, look at how he's driving that, holding that steering wheel. Look at how he's running right now. The steering inputs are so smooth. I mean, he's not really forcing the car, and it just looks like he's being patient. He's making Welland burn up his tires a lot more aggressively than Sacco is. He's just biding his time, and I mean, you can just see how much he gains each lap. And he's got this nice little bubble now, it seems like, where he can just stay right behind Welland the entire run.
Yeah, you can see the inputs from him looking at his screen and what he needs to do, just running in that low rev range. And Welland is just kind of a bit over the track, a little bit of a wheel bobble for Nicholas Sacco right there. But they continue on, and they've kept this bubble between them. Welland, another bubble, and here comes Sacco.
Sacco's going to pounce on it this time as Sacco's on the inside, heading into 3. Sends it a little bit there, but more is conservative, and Welland goes up high, and Nicholas
That's the
Sacco
championship lead.
takes over the championship lead and second place in the race.
And the Buddy Project certainly happy of their driver right now, but he goes deep into turn 1. Welland goes down low trying to close in on Nicholas Sacco.
And it just looks like the aggressiveness that Welland had is hurting him now, as his tires are overheated way more than Nicholas Sacco. And Sacco has just been really well on conserving his tires, not overheating them either. And you can just see the difference there on corner exit. And I mean, at the same time too, we've got a big battle going on for fifth. Chad Coleman, Gabriel Ellison now. They're still in a scrap right now.
Beasley leading out Coleman and Ellison.
And Ellison and Coleman, they've been together for most of this race. And this is really the fight for second and third and fourth in championship, as ahead of him is a big gap to Will and Asako, which is the fight for the lead of the championship. And these two have made contact already at the start of this race, and Coleman is the reason why Ellison has that nose damage, and Ellison is the reason that Coleman has that oddly handling car after getting T-boned by him.
Yeah, they really hurt each other big time, which is the reason why we've got...
Unavoidable, by the way, I must say this. Unavoidable.
Oh, yeah, it was unavoidable. I mean, what happened with Coleman was just pure dumb luck that it happened for Coleman. It's something that I can honestly say Coleman was not expecting.
Is cursed.
Okay, you guys can send the hate mail to me.
Finally, I have somebody else to throw it at instead of me. you know I'm famous for just commentators cursing anyone I cheer for. As Beasley gets a big wiggle right there, and here comes Navarro and Fulton.
Yep, and that commentator's curse can definitely be real as, oh my goodness, as Navarro just forces Beasley up. Ooh, okay, that was close. And Navarro spinning the rear tires there back on throttle.
He's got his nose in there. He's got his nose.
And Fulton's playing a little bit conservative because he does not want to have the same scenario that happened to Chad Coleman and Gabriel Ellison.
So there's Navarro diving it down low, and he comes up the track, hits Beasley, and they make contact, sliding across turn 4. And oh my goodness, Fulton is fighting that wheel.
Wow.
They came out of that unscathed. And Richard Beasley is up into 6.
My mouth has just dropped, and someone needs to glue it back. Needs to glue my jaw back up to where it's reconnecting again.
Look at this.
Oh my. What a save. I mean, Navarro was dirt tracking it. Fulton was just a full asphalt drift, as I call it. Man, what a save.
And they're still fighting. And Beasley is sliding in turn 1, and he's into the wall.
He didn't hit anything.
Avoids the wall, but caution is out. Fourth caution of the night, lap 84 of 200. Kevin Winter leads the race. Nick Moustakas right behind, and the championship 4 are all back together once more. Who's going to go into the... Well, I said this during the breaks. Halfway through the stage, it's definitely time to go into the pits for tires, because you saw the lead that Greg Wellen has. But they only are allowed 5 tire changes, which is enough to make it a pit stop each time in the stage. Middle of stage 1, take a pit stop. End of stage 1, take a pit stop. Middle of stage 2, take a pit stop. Middle of stage 3, take a pit stop, and you still have 1 more left.
Yep.
So we're going to see who goes into the pits.
No one. Navarro takes it. And Beasley. Interesting.
Navarro, Beasley. I think it was a little bit understanding what was going on there, but yeah, very interesting that these guys are not going in for tires. I feel like they're saving that 1 tire a little bit more in case another caution happens in crunch time at the end of this race. So big brain move by these guys. We'll see if it finds out. You're here watching the NRE Power Systems finale race here on Racecraft TV. We'll be right back for the conclusion of stage number 2 right after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At Makoni Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.MakoniSetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Makoni Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We are back here live at Phoenix. Nicholas Sacco and Kevin Winter are ahead of this race on lap 88. Fourth caution is out. Lights are out on the pace car. And each caution, Gabriel Ellison's car is looking a lot better.
Yeah, and it's looking a lot better. And now you can see Ellison up in fifth. So we'll see. I mean, It's still a big task because pace car's off.
Actually, no. He didn't even go into the pits this time. The first driver who did go onto the pits is Clinton Sneed. And Richard Beasley is the first car into the pits. So let's run on board on these new, fresher tires and to see on how they compare to the rest of the field. Too wide immediately around to the outside. Beasley and Sneed. And we're talking over at the break on these new tires. And win a stage for you, but Beasley is just hung out to the side. And now Andrew Navarro's the top driver on these new tires.
Yeah, Navarro's already gotten around Clinton Sneed, and he is gunning for it now.
And also on that restart, Chad Coleman took to the lead of the championship four.
Man, where did Coleman come from?
Well, he came from third.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because still an impressive run. I mean, even with Ellison right now fighting, it's Curtis Critchley. Boy, Ellison's in a mess.
Ellison and Welland are falling down the field. Welland has just fell down to 6th place, and it's looking like 7th place and 4th into the championship for Greg Welland. If Ellison can just get his nose down there, but it's all about how you manage these older tires in this new tire field. As these guys are just putting to work on the championship drivers. There's Chad Coleman and Andrew Navarro going side by side. Curtis Critchley and Nicholas Sacco are nose to tail with each other as well.
Oh, how the tides have turned.
Yeah, at the start of this race, we thought Coleman was out of it, but nope, he's in the lead. This race has been up and down, left and right. Yes. And we aren't even done with the race yet, as Kevin Winter and Navarro going side by side for the race win. And it's Navarro diving down low into turn 1. Navarro takes the lead on those newer tires.
And Curtis Critchley made a great move for third. So now it's Chad Coleman down to 4th, and he's leading the championship fight, while Andrew Navarro is leading it out. And here's the first in the race. The top 3 are not playoff drivers.
Yeah, that's the first time none of the playoff drivers were in the top 3, but they've all stayed together with each other. As Chad Coleman, Nicholas Sacco, Greg Welland, and Gabriel Ellison still nose to tail as Curtis Critchley and Kevin Winter go side by side. Critchley down low, heading in at turn 4. Critchley is going to use those tires to his advantage, jump up into 2nd place.
Jump up in the 2nd place, and Critchley is just going to use those fresh tires and just attack. Try to see if he can catch up to Navarro. while Kevin Winter's having to just absolute save the tires as much as he can, knowing that there's a lot of other drivers further up behind him that want to get back around him.
Right on board with Chad Coleman, looking back at Nicholas Sacco right behind him. They head onto the front straight. Sacco gets a big bobble right there. Now, in these moments, they know they're going to get reset for stage number 3. I feel like it's data collection time for that long run. And with that long run in the final stage of this race, it's going to be a tire-saving game, especially if there's no caution in there.
Yeah, and if there's no caution, especially with how these have been going, pit stop's going to be key. Green flag pit stop's going to be key.
You can see Kevin Winter struggling with those wheels. Through right on board, Nicholas Sacco, a little bit of ball for Coleman. Here comes Sacco for the lead of the championship back.
I got to worry about Kevin Winter further up ahead as Winter's struggling on those tires as well. And Nicholas Sacco trying to get in front, and he does. So Nicholas Sacco back into the championship lead.
Sacco leads the championship now, followed by Chad Coleman, Greg Wellen, and Gabriel Ellison in that order on track and in that order in the championship standings. Playoff drivers do not take part in the stage points finishes. They are only going by the race finish for them, but the stage points still count for that butt kicker for the 5th place driver in the championship, who is currently Richard Beasley down in 10th.
Yeah, but Richard Beasley's hanging on to his car as much as he can with some of the damage he had. He was on new tires, but I think like you were talking about earlier, I think he's just saving those tires because he's not being aggressive like he was earlier.
Lap 61. Oh wait, no, 85. Yeah.
No, he was the
85.
first.
Oh,
Oh, caution! Derek
hello.
Fulton, oh boy.
Well, we were wondering where that caution was. It was right on the camera shot.
Yep,
Fulton
and
again in the same corner.
Turn 4. It looks like turn 4. Probably oversteer again. Slide. Oh, rear is already kicking out on him. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, yep.
And there is wall contact.
Yeah, and rear contact too. A little bit more heavy on the rear.
We're back live. Andrew Navarro leads this race. Nicholas Sacco leads the championship. Heading into 20 laps to go in the stage. Which one of our championship 4 drivers headed to the pits this time by? With 20 to go. I say now is the time where you want to go to the pit lane.
Yeah, but if you do, I would only take fuel.
2 tires?
Not even 2 tires. You're only running maybe 17.
They're staying out again.
Roughly.
They're going for that last lap scramble if there is one. And these guys up front are not taking it at all. Nicholas Sacco resumes lead of this race. You're here watching the NRE Power Systems Cup Series race finale of the playoffs here on Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Phoenix. Here, the lights are out. With 20 laps to go, the championship 4 did not take tires. Nearing the end of stage 2, they're focused on the end of this race, and honestly, it is a smart move because you only have 5 sets of tires left, and the guys up front who are not in the playoffs, who are battling for that butt kicker, are just going all out on those tires. How many tires have they taken now? I'm counting 3 and 4 with some of these drivers.
Roughly. Can't say this though. Andrew Navarro and Curtis Critchley only took fuel, as their pit stop times was 6 seconds and 5 seconds.
All right. Well, the pace car pulls off. Chad Coleman trying to jump the start. Nicholas Saka says no after you, as he puts belt to metal. We're going to green flag racing here. The championship 4 already underway. Greg Wellen dies down low of Chad Coleman to take second place in the championship. Gabriel Elson trying to hold it around to the outside. He's got a massive pack of cars right behind him. This is when things get very dicey to these 4 drivers.
And oh my goodness, we got 3 wide. Oh, Sneed in the middle, as Navarro is able to make that outside work. And look at Curtis Critchley
almost hitting the water barrels.
Jeez. Okay, clean up on the pit entry, I guess you could say.
He never hit it. Never hit it. He was almost into it. Never hit it though.
Could have been even. Well,
look at the speed by Kevin Winter on Navarro. Navarro did not take tires. Kevin Winter on those new tires, sliding it to stay out of Ellison's way.
Wow.
And here comes Navarro on Winter, sending it to turn 1. It's short track racing here as they're giving each other slide jobs. He slides up the track. Kevin Winter in 5th. Oh, here comes Curtis Critchley on those. Well, yep, Critchley on those new tires as well. No, he did not take tires.
Yeah, nope, he did not.
There's Derek Fulton in the middle of that pack as well. The sparks are flying as Kevin Winter makes work on Gabriel Ellison. And he's coming in on Chad Coleman. These guys up at front are the oldest tires in this group.
The oldest tires of the group, and he's doing everything he can right now. And I mean, Kevin Winter's just being impressive right now, but at the same time, he's got the freshest tires out of everyone because he actually stopped and took tires, unlike Critchley and Navarro.
Yeah, they went in for fuel. They wanted to make sure they can make it to the end of this stage. And here comes Kevin Winter setting it down on Greg Wellen and Chad Coleman. Winter's up into 2nd place. Championship 4, not changed at all. Greg Wellen gets loose.
And these guys are fighting it out right now. And boy, one wrong move could end disastrously for a championship run.
Championship drivers Nicholas Sacco, Greg Wellen, Chad Coleman, and Gabriel Ellison. As drivers on the newer tires have 10 laps to go before stage 2 comes to an end here in Phoenix. And then we begin at long run. As Kevin Winter shoots up some sparks, Chad Coleman trying to find a line around the outside. There's Derek Fulton making his way through the field. He's a lap down. 2 laps down.
2 laps down. He had a lot of damage from that incident, so he figured he'd just go ahead and take it while he can.
The battle for the lead between Nick Lasacco and Kevin Winter go down to 9 laps to go here. And Winter on the newer tires. Nick Lasacco, last time he pit, the stage started.
Boy. Question's going to be is what is Derek Fulton going to do? Because with Derek Fulton being 2 laps down, he's going to force his way to get 1 lap down, so that when the stage. Well, yeah, but he's only going to.
Lucky dog.
Yeah, well, yeah, he wants to be back on the lead lap.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Winter put on the block on Fulton. I don't think he realizes that.
Which is.
Fulton is not trying to race him.
Yeah, this is gonna get interesting here. Oh boy, Fulton's not happy with Kevin Winter right now.
Yep. Winter put on the block, trying to look in on Sacco, and Fulton is just driving his own race, trying to get ahead, trying to get back on that lead lap. Goes for the switchback on Kevin Winter. They're side by side. Derek Fulton. Well, he has, I'll just make all the work on you right here. And watch Nicholas Sacco just let him by.
Yep, already Sacco's going a little bit further wide.
No, he's not. It looks like he was going a bit wide.
He's,
there he goes.
That time he went wide.
Sacco doesn't want anything to ruin his chances of winning this championship. He's got a car gap to Kevin Winter. Derek Fulton's back onto the lead lap. Kevin Winter's like, what? But remember, Kevin Winter and Nicholas Sacco are teammates.
Yep. So Derek Fulton now 1 lap down now. So it's going to be an interest. I mean, Fulton's going to do everything he can now being the lap once he gets his lap back after the stage. And a lot of question marks for him.
Navarro making a move on Gabriel Ellison for 5th place overall. Championship standings still the same. Nicholas Sacco, Greg Whalen, Chad Coleman, and Gabriel Ellison. All these 4 playoff drivers racing for some cash, and not a small bit, a lot of cash.
Yeah, a lot of cash indeed. Right now, we're getting ready to complete lap 117, so we'll have 3 laps to go in stage 2. And Sacco's leading Kevin Winter by only 0.3 of a second, but everyone else is pretty close by too, so positions could possibly change here.
Curtis Critchley has got some big damage on the hood. He's racing with Richard Beasley as well. They're both in the stage points. And it's 2 laps to go here in Phoenix. Kevin Winter trying to get that stage win from Nicholas Sacco. But Nicholas Sacco winning that stage win and securing a spot and more as the most dominant driver of the series and getting some good data collection for stage number 3. Green and white flag are in the air.
Green and white flag in the air, and Sacco just running a smooth race here. Coming through the dog leg, just keeping his distance on Derek Fulton in case Fulton makes a mistake again. But I don't think Fulton's going to do that this time around. Coming out of 4, and Nicholas Sacco gonna win stage 2.
Start across the line. He comes home with the race, with the stage victory. And the playoff driver gonna be very happy about that. Sacco, Winter, Wellen, Coleman, Navarro, Ellison, Sneed, Miller, Beasley, and Curtis Critchley. Your top 10 here in Phoenix. You're here watching the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. Stage number 3 is underway. When we come back live for the race finale here on Racecraft TV, We'll be right back. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At McConey Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.McConeySetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. McConey Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Phoenix. Kevin Winter is bump drafting the pace car.
Why am I not surprised?
He's bored. Well, Tony Stewart.
Oh yeah, when he did it to the old what was
The
the
old pace
NASCAR
car.
driver that retired the year before?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm trying to think, because it was one of the drivers that was that retired, and Tony was being funny. He was giving every time asking him to back up a little, and he was like, "I just wanted to see if he was still ready to race."
Well, Winter is.
I still loved it.
It's a great quote, and now he's trying to pit maneuver the pace car, but you can just drive through it.
I know.
And one of my favorite things to do in the pace car, you can just drive inside of it. I'm the only one who does that.
Yeah, the only thing you have, well, I've done it every so often, but the last time I did it though, the lucky dog was not paying attention, and yeah, he ran right through me, and because he went to go through the pace car and instead drove right through me.
Well, 75.
That was a fun awkward moment.
75. It was Brett Brodine, apparently, from Keith Bradley. Yeah, it was.
It was. Yeah, that's right. Because it was Brodine. Brodine retired the year before.
Well, 75 laps remain here in stage number 3. The playoff 4. Sacco, Ellison, Wellen, Cohen. Who's going to be on top of the podium? Who's going to be holding that $600 check? We're going to find out. As Kevin Winter puts the pedal to the metal, we're going back to green flag racing here in Phoenix into the great start by Ellison.
And I was going to say 3 wide, but look at Gabriel Ellison. Able to hang on there on fresh tires too, staying right behind Nicholas Sacco as they head into the dog leg. Almost 3 wide there as well.
Wellen takes the championship lead, followed by Nicholas Sacco. Ellison trying to push his way down low. Sacco gets pushed up to the wall. Wellen gets loose. Wellen is into the wall.
Had he not touched the wall, he would have spun out in front of everyone.
Wellen's championship falls down to 4th as it's now Ellison, the most banged up car in the championship 4, leading this race and the championship.
Never would I have thought that he would have caught back up here, but man, impressive.
And here is that replay of Greg Welland just getting loose, and into the wall he goes. Now we're back live with Gabriel Ellison versus Nicholas Sacco in the fight for the championship lead. And if this stays green, Greg Welland is going to be very heartbroken from that because he had such a fast car today.
Oh, yeah.
And Ellison, he's putting on a great performance holding off Nicholas Sacco, who said, we've been saying he's had the smoothest driving style of these four.
Yeah, it's had the smoothest style, but man, it's I'm amazed to see what Ellison's able to do after getting caught up in a wreck that wasn't even his fault. Yeah, lap 1 of all things too, of Chad Coleman losing it right in front of him. Gabriel Ellison had nowhere to go, and he's been driving with that damaged car since the first lap of the race.
Well, Welland is still in this race. He's sitting in 9th, and anything could happen here. And we've seen some crazy things happen.
Yep.
Right on board. Nicholas Sacco, big move for Ellison. This is what Sacco needed. He's going to look around the outside heading into turn 1.
And he's going to try to squeeze them while coming out of turn 1, heading into the dog leg, and a little bit more momentum by Sacco. He's going to, well, actually not clear him fully yet, as Ellison's still giving him a fight.
Line. Got to stay in the grip. You saw what happened to Welland right there, coming out to the wall, almost kissing it. Welland, Ellison, still on the inside of Sacco. And he's still there, and as well, there's Chad Coleman trying to pick up any bit of the pieces. C sitting in 3rd.
Oh,
big hit of the wall to
Sneed.
Sneed.
Yeah, Sneed slapped the wall there. Boy, that was a good catch by him as well.
And Sacco's going to drag around the outside. Nicholas Sacco back into the championship lead.
It's unbelievable just seeing how much damage that car has. And Ellison goes on the dog leg trying to make a little bit of ground, but it's still not going to be enough. But, I mean, man, it's still impressive what he is able to do with that car.
And Nicholas Sacco, that front end damage, well, has been mended to impact him as little as possible. And in this short track, as Phoenix and Ellison almost gets into Zimmerman.
Oh my goodness. There's some people that are not going to be happy. Beasley is
my
actually.
Doctor. My heart did the thing again.
Beasley had a moment. He lost 2 spots out of it as well. Good grief. I think both of us have to go to some heart doctors after that. Oh my goodness.
There's Richard Beasley just, you can see him just falling off of the pace.
Actually, I think Sneed had an incident with it too, because I saw Sneed way down on the low side in the dog leg.
Yeah, Sneed was off on the bottom as Greg Welland jumps up into 7th. Now, Gabriel Ellison is fallen away from Nicholas Sacco as he's been putting in consistent laps, and there's Chad Coleman right behind him.
Boy, what an eventful night.
A great night we've had here. And the race is not even over yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing.
Still
Is
got
the race
65 laps to go.
Yeah, and the way this is going, the question is going to be, when is that money stop going to be? Coleman's still chasing down Ellison, and it's still impressive just seeing Ellison able to make his work. It's Curtis Critchley's fighting with Greg Welland. Greg Welland finally getting around, and now he's on the charge towards Derek Fulton now.
And Curtis Critchley gets a big wiggle right there.
great save though. But yeah, that was a big wiggle. That could have ended his night.
And then this night brought out a caution too and throw the strategy out the window with, well, he says 65. It's now 62 laps to go. And Coleman and Ellison are battling it out for second place now in the championship. They're battling out for $300 if they can't catch up to Nicholas Sacco, who has the strategy in the bag.
Strategy is going to be key, and especially for Ellison. I mean, for Ellison, he's got to stay with someone. I mean, if he can keep up with Sacco loose, Coleman gets a little loose there. But if Ellison can hang on with Sacco, if Sacco gets ready to go into the pits, he's got to jump in with Sacco. That's the only way he's going to be able to stay up here in this front pack, especially with that damage on the nose.
He definitely needs to, and he's getting very urgent right now. And they went into the pits on lap 122. I say around lap 175 to 170, 175, 180 is going to be our 10-lap pit window for these tires. Or are we going to see somebody try to go it from the end? Because we've seen the speed comparison of new tires versus old.
Yeah, we've seen him try to go to the end. But I mean, 122. I mean, that's 78 laps. I mean, that's really pushing it. I don't think there's enough fuel to get 78 laps out of it.
We're definitely going to find out as Nicholas Sacco is closing in on his teammate Kevin Winter, and not only does he want to win the championship, he wants to win this race.
Yeah, that's the one good way to go out with a bang. Win the championship and win the race, just to solidify yourself as the victor.
Take a look at our track map. Dots in yellow are our championship leaders. And for our championship forward, you can see on how they're separated throughout the field. Greg Wellen sits down in 7th after that hit with the wall at the start of stage 3. The battle for 3rd is alive between Gabriel Ellison and Chad Coleman. And here goes Nicholas Sacco for the lead of this race.
That didn't take long.
This is an easy move down the inside. They are teammates. And Nicholas Sacco making it work easily right there.
Easily, and now the question is how big of a gap can Nicholas Sacco pull on the rest of the Champ 4?
Well, this gap is definitely going to be the key. He's currently a second ahead of Ellison and Coleman. And if this goes to green flag pit stops, that gap is what he's going to be making the most of. And this is where we're going to start seeing tire management work into it, because we've seen Sacco be the most smooth on these tires. And how long can he make these tires last at competitive speeds?
Yeah, because I mean, especially with Ellison, because you don't know how long those tires. How long those tires are lasting. I mean, and alongside with the car, I mean, you've got all that front aero damage as well. So it's going to be another big factor with that car alone, especially when pit stops start to happen.
Yeah, when pit stops do happen, we're going to be all over it. As Kevin Winter is falling to Gabriel Ellison now.
You just hear that engine. Wow, look at the run Gabriel Ellison's got. Oh my goodness.
The lower power output is definitely helping him through turn 4.
Without a doubt, because he doesn't have to worry about wheel spin, and it's just really helping him on the exits, which is just amazing what he's able to do with that car.
The exits are going to be his downfall, but tire life in turn 4 is just insanely, because he's not spinning up the tires, and once again he gets a good dive. A little bit of a slide there. Now his brakes work as fine as everybody else's, but that engine is definitely giving him a little bit of traction control through there. Artificial traction
Yeah,
control.
a little
but,
bit more traction. Yeah.
Winter just needs to get that power output well done, and he can easily stay ahead of Ellison. But Ellison sitting in second right there as Nicholas Sacco is catching a few laps. Car is going to pass around the outside. Winter takes a big wiggle. Zimmerman's on the inside of turn one, and oh, Winter and Zimmerman almost get into each other. There's Ellison. He has to go through the middle. This is creating a massive gap.
And that was Lance Miller, the 24, who's another lapped car. And yeah, that was a scary moment there for Kevin Winter.
Yeah, Winter, big wiggle. But look at the gap from Sacco to Ellison. 1.8 seconds separate them now.
1.8 seconds, and you can just see that gap just absolutely growing, because Gabriel Ellison's we're pretty much stuck behind Kevin Winter, and there's nothing he can do other than just ride, and that's all. Ooh, it's Curtis Critchley. It's like he had a little bit of a moment. Yeah, he had a moment.
Let's put his knee behind him. Heading into turn one. Too much mustard into there. Big slide.
Oh,
got the car moving. Didn't stop it. And they stay green.
This is going to get really interesting.
Gabriel Ellison to Kevin Winter continue to jostle for position. And Ellison's got a great run. Winter takes a big wobble right there. Gets a hit on the wall. Chad Coleman is watching this and just... I feel like he's sensing something's not going right between these two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Ellison, big slide. Back end caught out from him. He's kept the car pointed straight forward, and he stayed ahead of Coleman.
What a save.
But here comes Coleman down the inside. Coleman's jumped up into second of the championship.
This battle is just raging on, and Sacco is going to be loving this right now.
And with the 45 laps left in this championship, who's going to bleed? Caution is out. Clinton Sneed on the front straight, and that's a big hit for him.
Heavy damage, too. Oh, boy. Oh, not turn 4. Oh, boy. Oh, this is going to hurt.
And let's try to say it again, and then take two.
Oh.
And a little bit of tap to the G-Series logo.
And that was rough.
That is rough. And now at 45 laps remaining, caution is out. Championship 4. Gap was formed. Throw it out the window. They're all going to take tires now. 45 laps left. The race in a pit road. Here we go. And you're going to see Ellison locking up the brakes. Look how close Ellison is to Winter and Coleman.
Oh, boy.
We got a pack right here. And they're racing in the pit box trying to get the best pit entry. And, oh, this is going to decide the race, too. And the championship. And, Winter almost clips Coleman right there. And I can't believe I'm watching a wheel-to-wheel race in the pit stops. And here comes Greg Wellen to the front of the pits. You know, he could take the lead right here if he just goes for 2 tires. Here the engine's revving up. Who's going to be acing that pit first? It's going to be Sacco, Coleman, Ellison. It's going to be Sacco, Winter, Ellison, Coleman, and Greg Wellen is still in the pit lane. But Nicholas Sacco leads this championship. Gabriel Ellison sits in second. Chad Coleman back in third. That was a heck of a stop for Gabriel Ellison.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Here goes Greg Wellen. He's finally out of the pit lane. And it's not a big gap because Wellen is in 10th place.
Yeah, and Welling can easily make a run back as well. Just, I mean, especially based on what he's able to do.
And this is the 6th pit stop for Andrew Navarro. He only had 1 second in the pit lane, so actually no, he just stayed out. He's had 6 times into the pit lane. How many tires do you think he has? 1? Or has he used up them all already?
Yeah, I think he's got 1 left.
He's going for that overall win, isn't he? Because Derek Fulton also stayed out.
Yeah.
Top 2
Yeah,
staying out.
yeah,
First
that's what he's
driver on the
going
newer
for.
tires, Nicholas Sacco.
This is going to get interesting.
It certainly is, and I cannot wait for this green flag to drop. Lights are out on the pace car. This time by. We're going to go 1 to go. We're going to go back to green flag racing with 42 laps remaining. What a night it's been for these guys. Top 4 all with each other. Greg Welland hanging out at the back. Nicholas Sacco's got a gap to Gabriel Ellison. Chad Coleman's in there in that fight for 2nd place. Who's going to be winning this championship? Who's going to win this race? We're going to find out. Lights are out on the pace car. Andrew Navarro has control of the field as the pace car pulls off right now. Let's get that going. Green flag racing here in Phoenix.
Green flag, green flag.
Green, green, green. Coleman immediately cutting. Winter cuts off Sacco immediately. And Derek Fulton
That
around the
didn't
outside
take
to go
long.
3 wide.
Three
Chris
wide.
Reed's making it 3 wide with Ellison down low. Coleman stays ahead of Ellison. Coleman helping the 2nd place in the championship as Ellison swings up to the top of the track. Cutting off Coleman is Greg Welland bodies. He just straight up body Derek Fulton right there.
Welland is out for a charge right now.
And Sacco stays ahead, but Winter and Navarro 3 wide entering the front straight with Chad Coleman. Coleman makes the move up for 3rd overall. Here comes Gabriel Ellison
All
on
right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
there, and it's Derek Fulton bringing out the caution.
Oh, man.
8th caution of the night. And here is that replay. And it's just like we saw with Gabriel Ellison and Chad Coleman losing it in the dogleg. Cold tires. 8th caution is out. Nicholas Sacco leads this race, followed by Kev Winter, Chad Coleman, and Ellison, your top 4. Championship 4. Greg Welland sits down in 4th at 7th. Ellison sits in 4th. Coleman sits in 3rd. Nicholas Sacco leads the race. You're here watching Racecraft TV for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series finale. We'll be right back to try to close out this race. 39 laps to go. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
At Makoni Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.MakoniSetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Makoni Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Phoenix. 8th caution of the night. Nicholas Sacco leads out the field. Lights are going out on the pace car this side by Curtis Critchley. He was playing games. Nobody was playing a fool right there. As the lights go out on the pace car, the field starts to form up. That front row is very dangerous, but that second row is... These two guys are going to go immediately as they can and try to get into that front row and try to disrupt Nicholas Sacco, because Ellison and Coleman are both fighting for that championship. They are desperately hungry. And let's not count out Greg Welland, who's back there in row 4. But Welland, we've seen what he can do, and he's pretty dang good at doing it. And he got very aggressive on that restart, so he's definitely somebody to watch out. But somebody we're watching right now is Nicholas Sacco, as he's in control of the start. Pace car is off here at Phoenix. And let's go back to racing. Green into the air. 36 laps remain. And it's a great start by Coleman. Coleman immediately up in a second.
And there goes Winter cutting it down, almost getting into Chad Coleman there, as Winter is still going to fight for this, for the win of the race. Meanwhile, Gabriel Ellison's fighting with Curtis Critchley, as well as Andrew Navarro's having a little bit of a struggle.
And Coleman and Winter side by side heading into turn 1. Winter jumps back up into turn 2 saying, "No, I'll take that spot back." Ellison trying to get into clear air, trying to find a spot and get ahead of Coleman. He wants that second spot of the championship. And look at Greg Welland. He's closed up to them already. And he wants to be that dark horse in the championship after hitting the wall at the start of the stage. A surprise in the championship indeed, because Ellison and Coleman are racing like there's nobody else to give. They're racing for $300 for that second spot, but I feel like everyone wants that $600 grand prize. But Nicholas Sacco is putting on a clinic right now on this start, and his teammate of Winter is helping him along. Coleman and Winter side by side coming out of turn 4.
And Winter is not going to get much room, but he went a little wide, and Coleman takes over second place. And look at Ellison. Oh, Coleman gets a little sideways. Here goes Gabriel Ellison, forcing it 3 wide on the dog stretch. Boy.
This could get nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Coleman loses it to Ellison. Ellison down to the inside. Ellison retakes second in the championship. And Coleman's going to give Ellison a little bit of a bump.
Oh,
it's
Coleman
a drag race here in Phoenix for second place.
Nicholas Sacco
Greg
is probably getting
Welland.
told what's happening.
Sacco
yeah,
probably
Greg
hears
Welland's is in this. Oh yeah, Sacco's probably hearing it, and he's grinning from ear to ear right now.
And Kevin Winter is doing anything for his teammate to win this race.
Yeah, my goodness.
As Ellison and Coleman battle it out for second place as they're trying to get past Winter as well. 30 laps remain here in Phoenix.
30 laps to go, and Ellison is pushing hard, trying to stay in front now. Boy, this is going to get interesting.
Coleman looks down on Ellison. Ellison holding that outside line, heading into turn 4. that lower engine output. He is able to hold as much grip as he can out there without fear of spinning up those wheels. He swings it around the outside and stays ahead of Coleman. Here comes Greg Wellen as well.
Greg Wellen, he's wanting to take advantage. He wants someone some extra money too. So Greg Wellen's going to give everything he's got. And meanwhile, Chad Coleman hanging on the 4th place. Gabriel Ellison hanging on to 3rd place with all of that damage that happened in lap 1. Still an impressive run for Gabriel Ellison.
Ellison looking down low. Coleman looking up high. Ellison went from the dog lane. Here comes Coleman. As Sparks being shot up, 26 laps remain here in Phoenix. Coleman and Ellison still nose to tail with each other. They're trying to follow Winter and get past them, but their tires are burned up right now. As this field started to separate, but the battle for second is still alive in this championship.
Still alive indeed, and Coleman's doing anything and everything he can, and it just seems like it's not enough right now.
It's about for $300. Second place as Nicholas Sacco is 2 seconds in the lead.
All right, man.
And caution is out. Andrew Navarro is spun on the back straight with 25 laps to go. And Sacco is going, oh no, oh no. Does that 2 second lead? Hit the reset button. We're going back for another green flag restart. And are we going to see tires being taken? Because those tires were burned out. They were sliding. They were slipping. New tires should we take it? Because they were, all these championship 4, they were waiting for that last moment. This is what they were waiting for. This is what we came here for. And Sacco looking for the pit lane. Ellison and Coleman line up, and Wellen as well. The championship 4 are in the pits. And everybody else in the pits except for Critchley and Winter. 24 laps to go. Who's going to be winning this race off pit road? Who's going to be in charge of the championship on the restart? We're going to find out as Let's Go Pit Crew battling, and Greg Wellen is there as well. And, well, Wellen, he's looking pretty well right now because remember, he was a few cars back. 2 tires could definitely give him a lead. He's not going to be taking 2. They're taking all 4. Ellison was the first to get out of this pit stop, and he jumps Coleman. Sacco leads Ellison, followed by Coleman and Wellen. Your championship 4. And with them coming out of the pits, you're here watching Racecraft TV. Short break, then we're going to be back for this restart with 22 laps to go. This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description. Welcome back to Racecraft TV. We're back here live at Phoenix International Motors Speedway for ISM. Weird name. But Nicholas Sacco in the championship lead behind the front row of Winter and Critchley. He's in prime position for this restart because his teammate is leading this race, and he can tell him exactly when he's going to put the pedal to the metal. And he's going to jump immediately into second if he gets the lockdown right there. But also, you got to watch out for Ellison and Coleman on this restart. And don't forget about Greg Welland, the Championship 4, all next to each other, as we can get that Championship 4 to be showcased on our podium spot. There it is. And there they are with each other, with everyone cut out from the middle. Sacco, Ellison, Coleman, Welland, nose to tail with each other. And this is gonna get good. Lights are out on the pace car. Kevin Winter in charge of the race and in charge of this restart. And so we're gonna keep our cameras on to him. When's he gonna go? Well, definitely when the pace car comes out. "22 laps to go here in Phoenix." Pace car is in. Winter puts the pedal to the metal, and it's a great start for him, but it's an even better start for Gabriel Ellison as he jumps Nicholas Sacco. Ellison leads the championship. Heading into turn 1, 3 wide. Sacco, Welland, Coleman right behind. Curtis Critchley dives way down low in the dog lane. Nicholas Sacco trying to catch up to Ellison. And Chad Coleman and Welland are battling it out for third place. Right behind Gabriel Ellison. Gabriel Ellison got the restart of a lifetime. And Welland goes for the switch shot. Got loose coming out of turn 4. And he's falling back off of Coleman. 20 laps to go. Winter leads. Ellison looks down low. Sacco looks up high, following his teammate, looking for that draft heading into turn 4. But it's Gabriel Ellison still defending from Sacco. And Ellison and Winter, big indoors. Ellison is into the lead. Curtis Critchley in the background got it very loose, and it was Nicholas Sacco making it only go 3 wide, sending Winter up the track. And here comes Chad Coleman after a bobble of Sacco onto corner entry. The championship top 3, top 4 are in the top 4. As it's Ellison, Sacco, Coleman, all of them nose to tail with each other. Sacco trying to go down the inside of Ellison. Ellison says, "No sirree, I can hold it around the outside better than you can." 18 laps to go. Heading into turn 1. This is for all the marbles, $600 on the line. And the championship trophy for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. Who's going to be the inaugural champion here on Racecraft TV? And all the championship 4, all in the same camera shots. They fly past that camera on turn 4. Ellison, Sacco, Coleman, Welland, 17 laps to go. As Greg Welland gets a little bit loose right there. Ellison defending onto the inside, cuts across the nose of Nicholas Sacco as he stayed on the outside. Chad Coleman almost giving in to the back of Nicholas Sacco right there. Do you feel the heartbeat rising? I certainly do, and I'm not even driving. Feel what these drivers are going through, because it is absolutely insane right now. 16 laps left. Sacco has a little bit of a bobble coming out of turn 1 behind Ellison, who on lap 1 had that massive crash with Chad Coleman, who is in third right now. We thought all hopes were gone for them. He's leading the race and currently is looking like nothing can pass him. Dives all the way down to turn 1, all the way to the wall. Nicholas Sacco trying to go down low on him. He is on the bottom side of him, but now Ellison has the exit, and they're going to go 3 wide. Derek Zimmerman's right there. And after a big lint, Nicholas Sacco retakes the lead after that lapped car. Jumbled things up. Sacco, Coleman, Ellison, Welland, your top 4.
Ellison is not going to be happy with that move, and that was really bad.
Zimmerman is 70 laps down.
Boy, oh boy.
14 laps to go. Sacco, Coleman, Ellison, Welland coming out of turn 4 to start. 13 laps to go. The championship fight is not over yet for any of these guys.
No, it's not. Still a lot of time left. only right now working lap 188 of 200. Still enough time, something can still happen. Coleman is now pushing, trying to catch up to Nicholas Sacco.
And Curtis Critchley is slow in the dogleg. Caution does not come out.
Got a lot of damage as well on that car.
Nicholas Sacco, Chad Coleman racing out at the front with 12 laps to go. They're pulling a gap to Gabriel Elson and Greg Wellen. Chad Coleman, can he dethrone Nicholas Sacco, who's been on a tear all night long? Who's got enough? Get a grab. Gift a gab. Who gives... I'm trying to quote Muhammad Ali here, but I can't. And there's a giant bang.
Someone blew a motor.
I'm not sure who that
Curtis
was.
Curtis Critchley blew a motor. He's crawling to a stop.
Oh no, Curtis Critchley just trying to get that thing into the pit lane, and he does, as there is our leaders right there. 10 laps to go. Sacco, Coleman separated just by 0.2 of a second as they enter turn 1.
Cole doing anything and everything he can right now, trying to catch up to Sacco and make a move. Wellen sending it into 3. Barely able to hold on to it coming out of 4, and Greg Wellen takes over 3rd.
Yeah, Greg Wellen jumps up into 3rd after hitting the wall at the start of this stage. Sacco, Coleman leading this race, 9 laps to go. Big hit of the wheel right there for Coleman. He's trying to fire after Sacco. 0.3 separate them. Now 8 laps to go.
Derek Fulton's in the pits. Derek Fulton running as fumes, it looks like, trying to make it to the end. He is in the pits.
Sacco,
Meanwhile,
Coleman still fighting. Coleman's got a great run. 0.2 separate them. Sacco had a bit of a bobble right there. Here comes Coleman. 7 laps to go.
And Coleman is closing in 0.2 of a second right now, and it is closing up. And you can see Sacco just being very, very calm. Runs the middle lane there, which is a very interesting move, but trying to get the power down. Looks like he might get a better run out of 3 and 4.
Coleman's got the run coming out of 4. Sacco has the run coming out of 1. That's what I've been noticing between these two. And look at that. Sacco pulls that gap up to 4/10 heading into the dog leg.
And that run is just absolutely impeccable right now for Sacco. Up to half a second now coming out of 4.
Sacco, Coleman, separated by half a second. 5 laps to go. This is definitely what Sacco wants right now. Work those tires of Coleman and work them dry. As he's in that dirty air, there is a lap car ahead of him. That's Curtis Critchley on the track.
Curtis Critchley, I guess, was able to get it fixed really quick and get back out there. But man, it's been a wild night for him as well. And it looks like Coleman trying to get everything he's got, still has nothing able to do. As we're on board with Coleman, you can just see him doing everything he can. Curtis Critchley just further ahead. Ooh, Curtis Critchley got a little loose there, but you know Curtis Critchley's going to give these guys the room, especially with these guys fighting for a championship.
And there is Curtis Critchley giving a little bit of dirty air with 3 laps to go. Who's going to be the better pick and roll driver? With 3 laps to go here in Phoenix, championship is on the line. Coleman, Sacco. Who's going to win the race? Who's going to win the championship? 2 laps to go now. Rachel slides and he's on the wall.
Caution's gonna come out. Caution's gonna come out, I think.
Caution's not going to
Oh,
come
he was.
out.
Wow.
Let's go. Let's go 200 laps, and let's keep it that way.
There we go. White flag in the air this time. Coleman, 0.3 of a second the gap.
1 lap to go. Who's going to win the championship, Coleman or Sacco? 0.3 separate them heading into turn 1. Sacco's got the better exit. 2 corners to go. Entering turn 4. Nicholas Sacco leads entering. Here comes Coleman sending it as hard as he can. But it's not going to be enough, as it is going to be the winner of the inaugural season of the NRE Power Systems Cup Series, Nicholas Sacco. Your Le Champion. What a race we had to the end. Nicholas Sacco wins the championship, wins that $600 check, and he is going to burn it down here in Phoenix. Nicholas Sacco doesn't care about car damage. He's won it. This is going to be a very long burnout. What a race we've witnessed here. He's still celebrated. And why not? He has won the championship. And what a race we have seen here. We're now going to be waiting for him to enter the championship room. But let's first go through our race results, because oh my goodness, what a race we saw. And there goes the engine.
Perfect timing.
Your race results: Nicholas Sacco wins the championship and wins the race, followed by Chad Coleman, Greg Welland, and Gabriel Ellison. Richard Beasley comes home in 5th, followed by Andrew Navarro, Kevin Winter, Lance Miller, Curtis Critchley, Derek Fulton, Quentin Sneed, Eric Zimmerman, and Taylor Peacock comes home. Well, no, he was actually the admin. He was doing great admin work right there. But all eyes are on Le Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sacco. Nicholas Sacco.
What's going on, guys?
There we go. Nicholas, what a win. You, sir, are the champion of the NRE Power Cup Series. How are you feeling, man?
Exhausted, man. Honestly, that was tough. I'm glad I got to race with all 4 of them. I mean, they definitely gave me a run for my money there. Man, I did not expect that coming into here. I practiced all week. I've always struggled at this track, so I think I might have figured it out.
Well, you certainly figured it out when it counted the most. At the restart, going 20 laps to go, you were jumped by Ellison. What was going through your mind when you were behind Ellison?
What was going through my mind is the damn restarts, honestly. They've kind of been my Achilles heel ever since I got into iRacing. I have these paddle shifters. I don't know what the heck to do with them. I don't have a clutch, so I kind of just got to shift F1 style in the NASCAR, so it doesn't really work. But yeah, I mean, I kind of expected if I was gonna lose that, it was gonna be on a restart, and I kind of had a little bit of a doubt after that restart. But thank God we had 20 laps.
Yeah, 20 laps certainly paid off for you. It was a little bit heart and mouth moment, but you seemed incredibly in control of this race from start to finish. It's just stage 3. You never know what happened. And to join you in the contract booth, we do have Michael McKinnon with us, who I believe has a little bit of a prize for you.
Yeah, I hope. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes, sir.
All right. Nick, man, what a great season. A little bit of ups and downs, but congratulations, man. I just, fantastic race, about as smooth as I've ever seen anybody do it. I can't thank you enough for following us over here and, trusting what we were going to do. And it's going to be my pleasure to give you $600 here just in a little bit. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And I mean, honestly, thank you for everything that you've done. Coming from past leagues and everything, learning from their mistakes and kind of implementing it into this league. And it's obviously shown. I mean, a lot of guys got out of the way this week. We only had a few guys, but I mean, we had over 20 guys every week. And I mean, no other league that I race in can really say that. So again, hats off to you, man. And I mean, I appreciate it. And I can't wait to do this again next week or next year, hopefully.
Yep, a couple weeks. Well, I guess it'd be about the 5th of January. I'm looking forward to it very much. But once again, thank you so much. Thank everybody for watching. Great run, man. That's all I can say. Enjoy your night, bro.
Thank you. And I got to thank, iRace Designs, Kevin Winter. Obviously, he was racing with us tonight, and he definitely got out of the way. He could have probably beat all of us, but he gave me a few pointers coming in, so I got to thank him. Obviously, the Buddy Project. BP Racing for Autism, everything that they've done, and obviously you guys at Racecraft. So appreciate everything.
We appreciate you too, Nicholas. You have yourself a great night and a great rest of the year, and enjoy your championship, man.
Appreciate it, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys in a few weeks.
We look forward to it too. And joining us now, it is Chad Coleman.
Yeah, I got
Chad, how are you doing? How was that race?
Well, first off, I gotta apologize to Gabriel. I was gonna go low off 2 and cut across the back straightaway, and Greg got loose in front of me, so that changed that plan, and I kind of bobbled there, and I figured it'd be all right, even though I could kind of tell it was hazing the tires. And when I got to the dog leg on the back straightaway and turned the wheel, it spun out, and he hit me, and we were down RPMs after that. I think he said he was down 20. I think I was down 23 or 24. So we were hurt from the beginning.
Well,
but the race itself, you just had to drive hard at the end, and I mean that's what I was doing. I was driving for everything I had, trying to get in the nick to maybe mess him up a little bit.
You were certainly driving the wheels off that car. That restart, you were starting about 6th place behind everybody, and you made all those positions up, and you came home in 2nd place, and to come home with $300. How was that race, and how was this championship, man?
Oh, it was a good race, and it was a great championship. I mean, it didn't surprise me at all at one time when the 4 of us were nose to tail running first, second, third, and 4th. So that's I mean, I guess that's the way it's supposed to happen, right? One of these 4-person playoffs.
It certainly is, and it's certainly what they're trying to go for, and it's worked here.
Yeah, I just congrats to Nick on winning the race and the points right there. I couldn't get to him. I was having to throw it at the corner to try to gain on him, and he just pulled away from me on the straightaway.
Well, Chad, you do come home in 2nd, and I believe Michael McKinnon has some words for you.
All right.
Yeah, Chad, man. I can't thank you and Richard enough for coming in, joining this league, making it better. Great run through everything. I mean, you're definitely one of the top contenders, and it's going to be my pleasure to throw $300 your way after this race. And I hope we get to see you guys next season. I really enjoy watching you run.
Yeah, thanks, man. And as far as I know, me and Beasley both are supposed to be back. I know Greg said that he was coming back too. So looking forward to next season, getting it started. Had a lot of fun this year.
Now that's good. I know we kind of got off to a rough start. It seemed like once we got rid of those fast repairs, you guys settled it out amongst yourself. And like I said, all I can do is thank all you guys, and just a great run. I'm sorry about the setup. That's as good as the setup was tonight. I know it had to be loose as crazy trying to get after Nick there.
It was, but I mean, it made it challenging, made it a lot of fun at the same time. I was telling Beasley at the end of the race right there, it's like, dude, I said, my fingers and my hands are cramped. I said, I was just clenched up, driving it, as hard as I could right there, trying to make time on Nick. It's just being down those, 20, 25 RPMs. It killed it halfway down the straightaway. So I was trying to make up for it, getting in the corner, trying to get close to him. That was about as close as I could get. But man, we had a great time. You got something good going here. We look forward to being back next season.
I appreciate it. We'll see you in early January, man. Enjoy your holidays, and I'll get your money coming to you soon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas.
And standing by with
Christmas.
Tyler, it is Greg Wellen.
Yeah, and I mean, Greg Wallen, he had a heck of a run going. I know third is not what you want, but I mean, I know you still get a really great prize payout with it. How was that race going for you? Like throughout the entire stages, trying to keep the car clean, especially after two of the championship four that you were racing with got caught up in that lap one incident.
Yeah, once that happened, I was like, okay, just keep my nose clean the rest of the race. And so most of the time I'd just ride. But like you saw on restarts, I would get a little excited a couple times, and one of them I almost wiped Sacco out and got way too excited and went up and hit the wall. But even without damage, finishing third to those two guys, it's not an insult at all. I mean, those are two top level sim racers, and it was a great season, great finish.
Well, overall with the season, just how was the season for you in general coming up into the Champ Four? Because I mean, just from what we were seeing, you had it at first it looked like it was up and down, but it just stayed steady the rest of the time, and you were just absolutely dominating most of the season.
Yeah, so I actually just started sim racing again for the first time in 9 years back in April. And I used to be good. It took a little while to get my wheels back underneath me and get back up to speed, and just get up there and race. But you ask about this season, it's this group of guys that McKinnon has here. The racers here are just unreal. I mean, like again, I'm not insulted at all to finish third to those guys. I mean, so in my opinion, Sacco had me handled all day, and then Coleman, if he would have had a clean car, he would have had me handled all day. They're just really good drivers.
Well, I mean, unbelievable run again for you, Greg. And I know Michael McKenna, I know he's got some words for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Michael here for him.
Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, Greg, once again, same thing I tell all the drivers, but thank you so much for being a supporter of what we're doing. You had a fantastic season. You're one of the best assets we got, and it's going to be my pleasure to send you the $150 today. I wish we could have done more, but that's $1,200 prize pack, and I'm just happy I can make a little bit better for all you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you do, Mike. What you put on and what you have here is special in the sim racing community. Don't change a thing. We've got more great talent coming in that's just going to make the racing better. Makes it harder on us, but makes it better for everybody else. And I'm looking forward to it.
I appreciate that. Yep, a couple more guys I hear are coming. It ought to be one heck of a season too, and looking forward to having you be part of it. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Merry Christmas, man. Thank you. And before you guys finish with me, obviously I got to give a shout out to the Academy. But Grandma Mo has been watching all of these, and I've never given her a shout out. So Grandma Mo, here is your shout out. Thank you for watching all season.
Well, definitely. That's awesome for the great support you have. And we wish you a great holiday, and we wish you luck for season 2. And we can't wait for season 2.
January 4th can't come long enough, but we have another driver with us. It wasn't really a big fight for him in this final round, as coming into this race, if he just showed up, everyone else that was fighting for 5th place overall in the championship didn't. And he secured 5th place in the championship to give himself a good old prize. And Michael McKinnon, what does Mr. Richard Beasley win?
Well, Richard, I think you get to win the butt kicker. So I'll be in contact real soon. We'll get the mailing address, and it should come directly to you. And once again, as I'm telling everybody, thank you for coming in. Thanks for bringing Chad with you. Great racing all year. I know tonight probably wasn't the best of what you wished for, but thank you guys so much for what you do. And I can't wait for next year to get started. But yep, the game or two butt kicker should be on its way as soon as I can get a hold of Andrew at Butt Kicker, and we'll get it sent right to you. So thanks again, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's been a ton of fun running over here with all these guys. Bunch of fast guys, good, clean racers. Tonight we didn't get the finish we wanted, but it was fun driving that thing. I'll tell you that. I didn't know it was an open set, but it was great.
Well, I've had a little confusion with that open set because I was under the assumption that was for the open dog leg, which is why I put that setup in there. But I don't know if it was or not because I know it was awful loose on you guys.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It makes it a challenge. I think that's what we're all here looking for. So it was all right.
10-4, man. Like I said, thanks again. Hopefully see you guys in season 2 right back here on Racecraft. And I'll be getting that butt kicker sent out. Merry Christmas, man. Take care through the holidays.
Man, you too. And we're definitely looking forward to season 2. I appreciate everything you do over here.
Thank you again.
Well, Richard, what a great season you had. Came home 5th in the championship points, came home 5th in the standings. Turns out all top 5 in the standings came home 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Funny how that works. But how is that race? How's this championship? Anyone you want to thank?
It was a great race. Had a great view watching those top 4 battle it out up there all night. We pretty much stayed 5th on back all night. It was real loose. Car was loose, but like I said, it was fun to drive. Just had to keep the tires on it, keep from sliding the right rear. Other than that, I want to congratulate Nick. Good championship. Chad, Greg, all those guys finishing out the top 4. Gabe Ellison. And that's pretty much it. I want to thank all you guys for putting on this broadcast. You guys do a good job up here.
Thank you, Richard, and hope you have a great afternoon and a great holidays. We'll see you back on January 5th. Tyler, any closing words?
Boy, what a season. A lot of ups and downs, wild wrecks, great battles throughout the entire field, and I mean, we just had an awesome final 4 for the championship. And I mean, what a crazy start to the race too, where we had 2 of the champ 4s get caught up in the wreck. Didn't know what was going to happen, and then we see Chad Coleman able to come away and pull out a 2nd place finish in the championship run. I mean, hats off to Nicholas Sacco, running a great race from start to finish. I mean, impressive run by everyone, and I am looking forward to season 2, especially with all of the drivers saying that we've got some newcomers coming in. Oh man, I can't wait to see a 30-car field, and it's going to be very exciting for season 2 for the debut in a few weeks, and I can't wait.
Well, 4 drivers came, 1 came out champion. Nicholas Sacco wins the inaugural NRE Powersys Cup Series Championship here at ISM Raceway. The NASRA returns on Friday for a 4 truck championship, which is going to be an absolute crazy race over on Friday here on Racecraft TV. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I've been joined by Tyler Vickery. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a great night.
This Racecraft TV stream is brought to you by Artesian Builds. Artesian Builds high-quality custom PCs made to order for a low price. Contact Artesian Builds today to get started on your own custom PC as low as $64 a month. All Artesian Builds are made live on stream. You can watch your builds and talk to the builders live at twitch.tv/Artesian Builds. For more information about Artesian Builds, check the link in the description.